Right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Fares. Good morning, Hamlet. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning, Anna. And good morning, Renato. Hello, everyone. And welcome to today's session. We got the second session of the week. We got unit number 8 for sale and unit number 9 on the move. This is what we're going to cover in today's class. Before we get on to that, we're going to see the vocabulary section of the unit. Take a look. In this unit, wait, let me show you the vocabulary. The vocabulary section is here. Wait. Vocabulary about transport. We're going to talk about transport, my friends. We got the following questions. We got bus, bus fare, bus stop, car, conductor, late, take a taxi, train, wait for, and walk. We're going to use all these words in the following activity. Okay, everybody, please complete the sentences with the words from the box. 5 minutes. Right. Let's see what you have so far, my friends. We got I need to walk in the park and exercise my legs. This quarantine is not good for me. Excuse me, where's the bus stop? We want to take a bus to go to Larcomar. The Metropolitano bus fare is 250. Peru rail train is really elegant and fast. I don't have a car. I prefer to use my bike. I don't want to take a taxi because it's more expensive than the bus. What about number seven and number three? It's already it's 10:25 already. Jamie is the conductor. I think no, I don't think so. No, I think Jamie is late. Jamie is late. Let's wait for her. It's 10:25. Jamie's late. Yes, but let's wait for her. Maybe she had an emergency. Mhm. Does this bus have a conductor to collect the tickets? Right. Good. And that's it. Good, guys. So this unit is about transportation, right? Let's see, guys. First of all, let's start with some questions about transport. Look at the questions over here. We got 10 different questions. What are we going to do? We're going to read them in pairs. Look at the questions. I'm going to read them through. What kind, remember, what kind of transportation do you usually use? What transportation do people in your city use more? What's the best form of transportation and why? What forms of transport do you or your family members prefer? Do you often use public transportation? How much are bus, taxi, and train fares in your city? Do people walk and ride bikes in Peru? What transportation are people in your city using these days? Do you sometimes sleep on the bus, train, or taxi? And finally, what form of transport do you prefer? Anna, take a photo, please, and upload it. Upload the photo. Now, first of all, now I want you to read the questions. Only read, all right? So let's start with Fares. Fares, good morning. Can you read the first one? Only read, not answer. Just
Uh,
read.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning.
What kit of transportation do you usually use?
Good. Thank you, Fares. Now, Fares, repeat after me. Kind,
Kind,
usually,
usually
use.
use.
Repeat the question, please.
What kind of transportation do you usually use?
Very good. Well, I don't usually go out. I usually stay at home. I don't go to the campus anymore. So I work at home. I don't normally take taxis or buses. And my car is in my garage. I don't need it because I almost never go out. And when I go out, I prefer to walk. Thank you for this. Renato, good morning. Could you read number two?
Hi, teacher. Mm, What transportation do people in your city use more?
All right, okay. Well, I'm not sure about that, but I think most people like to take buses and you can say combis because they are really special here, or vans. People in Peru like to take vans or buses, I think. But everybody is different, of course. Other people prefer to ride a bike. Thank you, Renato. Daniel, good morning. Rate number 3, please.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning.
What is the which form of transports cómo se pronuncia parte de
Transportation.
transportation? Yeah. What is the which form of transportation
Why? Why?
why?
And why? All right. Okay. Thank you, Daniel. I think the best form of transportation is your own car. I think the problem with the problem with public transport is that well, sometimes it's a little dangerous. It's dangerous because the combi drivers or bus drivers are not very nice. That's one problem. And another that there are criminals. So I prefer to drive. Right. Good. Thank you. Daniel, Anna, please read the next question.
Uh, Number 4.
Yes.
Uh, what form of transport do you and your family prefer?
Do you and your family prefer? Good. Well, my girlfriend and I prefer to drive. But my parents are different. My parents like to take a bus. My mother, especially, she loves to take a bus. I don't know why. She doesn't like taxis. She says that they are expensive. Okay. She thinks like that. Okay, good guys. ¿Vieron? De esa manera tenemos que tratar de responder con varias oraciones y después le puedes preguntar a tu compañero, and you, or what about you? Ok, eso es lo que vamos a hacer. Las preguntas ya están en el WhatsApp group, ¿no es cierto, Ana? Yes.
Profesor, disculpe
Yes.
que lo interrumpa.
Yes, teacher.
Tengo Francesca, mi compañera Francesca tiene problemas con la plataforma, entonces no puede entrar a clases.
Ok, muchas gracias, Fares. Gracias por avisar. Gracias por avisar, Fares. Daniel.
Sí, profesor. No pude entrar en la sesión del lunes por un tema de salud, tuve una cita médica y le hablé a la delegada. No le pude enviar un correo a usted personalmente, pero sí le hablé a la delegada. No sé si la delegada le dijo.
Comprendo. No, no, no hay
Ah,
ningún problema, Daniel. No, lo voy a tomar en cuenta. No te
ya,
preocupes.
ya, gracias, profesor.
Ok, Daniel. Ok, amigos. Ahora las preguntas ya las pueden ver en el grupo de WhatsApp, ¿verdad? Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Good, good. Thank you. Now let's ask and answer them. Vamos a tener algunos minutos para responder esas 10 preguntas en grupo, pero recuerda, trata de hacer oraciones, ¿ok? Y de ahí preguntar a tu compañero. ¿Y tú? Let's see. Two groups. Renato will be with Fares. Renato and Fares, while Anna is with Hamlet and Daniel. Please work together. All right, my friends, just wait for 1 more minute. People are finishing these questions in the breakout room, and then we'll continue. Okay, 1 minute, please. Okay, my friends, thank you for participating in the first breakout room activity, answering the questions that we modeled in the class. Now, after answering these questions about means of transport, we're going to do a little game about vocabulary on it. Okay, take a look. We have guess the sound. Everybody, you're going to help me choose the right one. What means of transport do you think it is? It's a train, right? Rosario
Car.
says train. All right.
Car.
Okay. Car. Is it a train or a car? What do you think, guys?
¿Cuál de todos, profesor?
The sound. The sound. The
It sounds
sound.
like a helicopter.
Helicopter.
Oh, yeah, teacher. Train.
It's a train, right? All right. Okay, good. The first one is train. All right. Okay. And let me ask you a couple of questions. Do you like to travel by train? Do you like to travel by train? Hamlet says no. Then Rosario Perez. Francesca say yes. What about Marcelo, Francesca, and Anna? All right. Okay. Some people say no. Others say yes. Let me ask you guys, what are the most popular trains in Peru? Can you tell me the name of one or the name of two? What are the most popular trains in Peru?
Peru Rail Train.
Peru Rail, of course. Good. Peru Rail. Okay, thank you, Fares. That's true. Peru Rail that operates particularly in Cusco, right? Yes, Peru Rail is probably the most popular one. And what about the world? And what about this? What are the most popular trains in the world? In Japan, Rosario says, yes, the bullet train. ¿Han escuchado del bullet train? Tren bala. Good, Rosario. That is probably the most popular train there is. And what about TGV or TGV? A gravitational train. A train that levitates. Gravitation, means of transport. El TGV in France, one of the most popular ones, just as well. Wait. What is that? What do you think, guys? Airplane, Rosario says. Do you guys agree? Is it an
Motorcycle.
airplane? Motorcycle, right, Fares?
Repeat, please,
Guys,
teacher.
we'll play it again. It is. It is.
Motorcycle.
What is it? Motorcycle, a little scooter or a motorcycle, right? Let's see. Do you have a motorbike? Tell me, guys, do you guys have a motorbike? Do you have a motorbike? Marcela had a problem with our connection. Oh, somebody said yes. Let's find out. Somebody said yes. Daniel, you have a motorbike. All right, okay, nice, Daniel. Daniel, are you in Lima or in another city?
William City, Puno.
You're in Puno. All right, okay, good. Daniel, all right, okay, and you have your motorcycle. Good. Now, is your motorcycle big or small?
Small.
Small. It's small. All right, okay, good. Thank you, Daniel. And the rest that said no, tell me, guys, would you like to ride a motorbike? ¿Recuerdan would you like? Es el would que significaba el ia, ¿no? Les gustaría. Would you like to ride a motorbike? Right. Some people say yes, other people say no. The majority says no. Why not? What's the problem? Renato, Ana, Rosario, Fares,
I am
Francesca.
fine, teacher.
Okay. I am afraid. All right. Okay. I am afraid or I am scared. Right? It's a little dangerous, people say. That's true. Next one. What is it? What means of transport is it?
Sport car.
A sports car. All right, okay. A Formula One car. A Formula
Formula One.
One. Formula One. A Formula One car. And let me ask you guys, do you like Formula One? Tell me, guys, do you like Formula One? Do you like car racing competitions? Yes or no? Marcela likes them. All right, okay, good. Rosario does. Fares, Francesca, Hamlet, what about you, Daniel? Right. 50% of the class says yes, and the other 50 say no. These cars are very expensive and fast.
Bus.
A bus.
A bus.
All right, okay, thank you, Fares. Does everybody agree with Fares? A bus? A Peruvian bus, maybe. Sería un bus muy peruano.
Eh,
Suena
es cuando,
muy lentito.
cuando está quieto, profesor. Cuando el bus está
What?
quieto sí suena. Cuando el bus está quieto sí suena.
No debería sonar así un bus. Es que ese es un bus muy viejito. Maybe. Definitely. This is a tractor. This is a tractor. Next one. Mhm. What is it?
This is the plane, teacher.
Yes, of course. A plane, a plane. Tell me, guys, what airline do you like? What airline do you like, or what airline do you prefer? Tell me, guys, what airline do you like, or what airline do you prefer? Avianca, all right, okay, good. Marcelo Francesca says Avianca. Hamlet and Renato say Latam. Daniel says Latam too. Right, okay, good. Francesca Latam. And now look at this question. The one that takes me alive. Okay, that's what we hope, right? Are you afraid of airplanes? Tell me, guys, are you afraid of airplanes? ¿Les da miedo viajar? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Mhm. Yes, one person says yes. Fares says yes, of course. But Fares, a bus is more dangerous than an airplane. Buses are more dangerous because there are a lot of bus accidents in Peru. Okay, next one. Right, next. What do you think it is? A tank. Daniel says a tank. Yes, does everybody agree? A tank? Tank. Francesca just. Yes. Yes, very good. Okay, guys. Now let's work with a different video. I'm going to show you a video about transport in another country. Okay, everybody, pay attention. Okay, this is transport in London. What's it about? Okay, everybody, watch the video. Vamos a ver el video sobre cómo la gente se moviliza en Inglaterra, en Londres específicamente. Okay, get it? Yes, everybody, watch the video. Everybody, watch the video, please.
Good morning. I'm Jess, and I make videos for people who come to visit London. And a question that tourists always ask me is about public transportation. So today I'm going to walk you through all of the public transport options we have here in London, even the pointless ones, so you can see all the ways that you can get around this city. And the first option is right behind me. Let's go. In London, we have the very famous double-decker buses, which are actually the cheapest way to get around London. I think they're a little bit more comfortable too, and the best part is that if you get a front seat on the top deck, your views are amazing. The downside of buses, though, is that they get stuck in traffic, so it can actually take you a really long time to get some places sometimes. Happy on a bus. Yeah. Our next mode of transport is right here. We're gonna go down to Canary Wharf. We're on the River Bus, another public transportation option here in London. There are 24 different piers where you can get on the River Bus, and the price that you pay for your journey depends on how many zones you travel through. There's 3 of them: Central, East, and West. The boat is actually really nice. There's even a cafe on board and a toilet. It's actually a really comfortable way to travel around London if it works out for your route, but the downside is it's probably the most expensive way to get around London besides taxi. It is pretty cool. We made it to Canary Wharf on that type of boat, and our next mode of transportation is right over there. These are Santander bikes, sometimes called Forest bikes, and this is the city's public bike system. There are 12,000 bikes around the city and 800 docking stations, including this one. The cost of using these bikes is a little confusing, so hear me out. First, you pay £2 for 24-hour access to the entire bike system, no matter how many bikes you take out. Then for each bike that you take out, your first 30 minutes of using it is completely free, and for every 30 minutes after that, you will be charged an additional £2. For tourists, it can be tricky to cycle around London and a little bit intimidating. So if you do want to cycle, I recommend getting the bikes at one of our many major parks around the city, like Victoria Park or Hyde Park. It's very fun to cycle around them, and you get to see a lot more of the park on 2 wheels. This is the docking point. We're going to get 2 bikes. So when you rent a bike, you get these printouts that have a code on the top, and that is what you type in to pull out one of the bikes. Let me show you. Bikes are super easy to get. I do have a full video that explains more about how to get them that you can watch by clicking the box popping up over here. But they are really fun, and I just love exploring any city by bike, so let's do it. Okay, time to park the bike. Just to let you know, there are much more interesting places in London to go cycling than Canary Wharf. This is like the financial district of the city, but we just happen to come over this way because of the boat. FYI. The next public transport option we're taking is the train. So in London, we have the Underground or the Tube. Those trains go under the ground, obviously, but we also have a bunch of lines that are overground, like the DLR, which is just behind me, and the actual line that's called the Overground. So they're not as common for tourists to take, but you might end up popping onto one. We're about to go on the most popular transportation here in London, the Underground, also known as the Tube. There are 270 tube stations here in London, and over 2 million people every single day take the tube system. And with 11 lines, you can get basically anywhere in the city on the tube. It's not all amazing though. Because the tube is so popular, it gets really crowded, especially at peak times, so you might end up waiting for a few trains to pass before you can squeeze onto a carriage. Also, most of the cars don't have aircon, so it does get very, very hot down here. But we do what we gotta do. We finally made it to the last public transport option in London, and that is the Emirates Airline Cable Car. It's the least popular option, mainly because it takes you from an area you don't care about to another area you probably don't care about. But if cable cars are your thing, then this might be a good option for you. The pricing's really good. It's £5 a ticket for adults, £2.50 for kids, and any kids under 5 are completely free. The whole ride takes about 10 minutes. You get sat in your cable car, go over the Thames, you get views of City Airport if you're into that, and yeah. Thanks very much.
Thanks.
By the way, if it's your first time visiting London, make sure you grab my free London 101 guide. It has everything you need to know before your first visit here. And if you want to watch more of my videos about transportation in London, click one of the videos popping up around me.
Okay, my friends. Now, Anna, please take a photo. We're going to try to answer these questions, right? Para tratar de responder estas preguntas por 3 minutos solamente en grupos y después vengan acá y revisamos sus respuestas. Okay, everybody, Anna, take a photo. We work in groups, ask and answer the questions. All right, okay, good, Anna. So we work in groups. 3 groups. Let's see. Fares is going to work with Marcela Francesca. Perhaps Renato can work in group number 2 with Rosario, Hamlet, and Anna is going to work with Daniel and Francesca. 3 minutes, please. Ask and answer these questions. experience. Guys, we got 4 questions, right? Any volunteers to answer any of these 4 questions? Raise your hand, please, and tell me one thing that you remember from the video. What kind of transport was there? Is it expensive? How much is it? What prices do you remember? What places do you remember from the video? Would you like to experience any of these? Volunteer, please. Raise your hand and answer one of the questions. Yes? Anybody? Anybody to start? Renato, Fares, Rosario, anybody? I'm listening.
Respondemos cualquier pregunta, profesor.
Cualquiera de las preguntas, Fares. Tell me.
Ya, puedo responder acá, número 1.
Tell me.
I okay. I remember that bus, the
Mhm.
bus that has a bike point, the bike rack,
Right.
and a boat.
And a boat. All right. And there's also a boat. Thank you, Fares. Fares remembers that there is a bus and there's also a boat. What other means of transport do you remember? Do you remember the prices, or would you like to experience any of these means of transport? Anybody? That boat can be called a ferry, right? El ferry es muy común allá en, en London. Es como que un bote, como decía su compañero Flores. But um, this is for cars and for people. Es un bote que lleva de un puerto al otro, pero para la gente y para tu carro, por ejemplo. Puedes ir en carro también. Yes, it's pretty cool. Okay, another. Anybody? Any other? Come on, guys. Tell me. The video was very long. ¿Qué más se acuerdan del video? Díganme. Yes. What do you remember from the video? How do you say subterráneo? Underground or underground train. In London, the underground train is very popular. So there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people there. So it's very hot, a little uncomfortable. There are a lot of people in there. Get it? Yes. And now, guys, how would having a conversation for 5 minutes about transport. Very comfortable, comfortable, nervous, you're not ready. En la clase pasada y en esta clase básicamente hemos estado hablando de cosas bastante similares. El día de hoy, básicamente hoy, hemos hablado del means of transport. Ahora imagínense, amigos, lleven esto a un contexto real. Imagínate que estás viajando o imagínate que vas a hablar con alguien sobre este tema, el tema de medios de transporte. Hoy día hemos visto un montón de preguntas. Yo les he estado haciendo preguntas mientras veíamos el primer video de adivinar qué medio de transporte era. También en la primera discusión vimos muchas preguntas, más de 10, relacionadas al tema de medios de transporte. Con esta práctica, ¿cómo se sentirían en la vida real hablando de medios de transporte? Comfortable or nervous. Ok. Quiero que hagan lo siguiente. Por 2 minutos, imagínate tú una conversación. Imagínate, Ana, que vas a hablar con Renato, pero recién se conocen. ¿Ok? ¿Qué preguntas son las primeras que le harías en relación a medios de transporte? ¿Ok? Por ejemplo, ¿tomas bus todos los días? ¿Tomas taxis? ¿Cuánto pagas? ¿De acuerdo? Ese tipo de preguntas es la que les vas a hacer a tus compañeros. Hemos visto un montón de preguntas el día de hoy, así que te doy 2 minutos para que ordenes tus ideas. Si quieres, revisa el chat, selecciona un par de preguntas, pero crea tú más preguntas. Quiero que cada uno tenga por lo menos 5 preguntas, si no es que más. Y son fáciles. Deberían ser como, ¿Do you take a bus every day? Do you like buses? Do you take taxis? Are taxis expensive? What's your opinion? ¿Ok? Preguntas de ese tipo. ¿Claro? Vamos a, vamos a darles 2 minutos para que ordenen sus ideas y elijan un par de preguntas, las cuales vamos a usar ahora. ¿De acuerdo? 2 minutos y después empezamos la conversación. ¿Ok? Let's start. 2 minutes. Okay, my friends, you must be ready by now, everybody. Como en una conversación normal, amigos. Tú tienes que hacer preguntas en el momento, ¿no? Entonces vamos a hacer algo muy sencillo. Ronda de preguntas. Rápido, rápido, rápido. Cada uno de ustedes me van a hacer una pregunta, pero rápido. Y yo voy a responder rápido. Voy a ir en el orden que aparecen en Blackboard. Ana, después Daniel, después Renato, después Rosario, Fares, Francesca, Hamlet y Marcela Francesca. ¿Ok? Tienes que tener ya tu micro prendido y hacer la pregunta. Rápido. Vamos a hacerlo en un par de minutos nada más. Una pregunta cada uno. Ana, tú vas a hacer la primera y de ahí vas a hacer la primera, la segunda ronda. Vamos a seguir y seguir y seguir y seguir. ¿Ok? Si alguien se queda callado por más de 5 segundos, sorry. Voy a decirle al siguiente que hable. ¿De acuerdo? ¿Todos listos? Tiene que ser rápido, veloz. Ana, please tell me.
Okay, do you prefer to walk or ride a bike?
All right, okay, thank you. Do I prefer to walk or ride a bike? I prefer to walk. I don't like bicycles. Yes, that's not my favorite sport. I only like soccer. I don't like bicycles. So I prefer to walk. Thank you, Anna. Daniel,
Teacher, do you like to travel by motorcycle?
by motorcycle? By motorcycle. Thank you,
Motorcycle.
Daniel. Yes. Honestly, no, I don't. I think motorcycles, motorbikes in Lima, Daniel, not in Puno, in Lima are very dangerous. Are very dangerous. It's a problem in Lima. The problem is not the bicycle, the motorcycle. The problem is the traffic in Lima. Thank you, Daniel. Renato,
Okay, teacher. What kind of transport do you prefer?
I prefer to drive. I love to drive. But now I am in my house, so I don't drive. I don't like buses. I hate combis. I hate vans. I hate combis. Yes. And taxis are okay, but yeah, definitely I prefer my car. Thank you. Rosario. Rosario has a problem with her microphone. Fares.
Okay, teacher, who does not like public transport? The public transport?
In my family?
No, you. Who
Repeat,
does not
please.
like? Who does not like public transport?
In Spanish.
¿Qué no le gusta del transporte público?
¿Qué no te gusta? Pero
¿Qué no le,
who es
no le
quién?
gusta? Ah, entonces es what, ¿no?
Ajá.
What does?
No, no sé qué quieres preguntar exactamente.
¿Qué no le gusta el transporte público?
Ok. La pregunta sería, mira, what do you like about public transport? Mira, la pregunta, como hemos aprendido, debería ser así. What do you like? ¿Qué te gusta? Pero acá tú, Fares, quieres hacer una variación. Tú quieres decir que no te gusta. Pero Fares, va a ser exactamente el mismo orden. En vez de do, vas a poner don't. Repeat.
What don't you like about public transport?
Well, definitely, I don't like public transport because there are a lot of street vendors, vendedores ambulantes, and I feel sad and uncomfortable when I see them. And that it's very, how do you say, lleno? Crowded. Normally, public transport in Peru is very crowded, so I don't like it. Thank you. Next one, Francesca.
Teacher. Teacher, what do you prefer, bus or bicycle?
Bicycle. Well, if I have two options, bus or bicycle, I think I prefer a bicycle. Yes. I don't like bicycles, but I hate buses. I really hate buses. So yes, I would
Yes.
prefer bicycle. Thank you,
Thank you.
Francesca.
Thank you.
Hamlet.
Teacher, what kind of transportation do you use to head to center of Lima?
All right, okay. What kind of transportation do I use to get to the center of Lima, to Lima downtown? Well, honestly, Hamlet, when I go to Centro de Lima, specifically Centro de Lima, I go by taxi. Yes, taxi or I walk in the last blocks. Uh, I don't go with my car. I like my car, but the problem with Centro de Lima is el estacionamiento, the parking. It is very difficult and expensive to get a parking space. So I prefer to take a taxi in this situation. Thank you. Next one, please, Marcela Francesca. Marcela Francesca, are
Yes, teacher.
you there? Tell me one question.
Um, what kind of transport do you remember?
Do I remember from the past?
No, from the video.
Oh, from the video. No, 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 we're not repeating the questions. Creo que has
Okay, okay.
tenido un problema de conexión, ¿verdad, Marcela?
Yeah, yeah.
Sí, no, don't worry, don't worry. Well, the second activity, Marcela Francesca, was
Wait,
about.
I usually take the bus to go to work.
Okay.
So,
The second,
and it,
so,
yep, and it goes to $2 with 50 cents.
yes, honey, but listen, escúchame, Marcela Francesca. Tu respuesta está muy bien, pero ya no estamos en esa parte. Estábamos creando preguntas para hacer en un contexto real cómo mantener una conversación de 5 minutos con alguien sobre medios de transporte. ¿Ok? No, no te preocupes. Sé que has tenido un problema de conexión. No te preocupes. Ahora vamos a usar. Ya, todos preguntaron una cosa. Ahora, alcen la mano, por favor, todos, y háganme una segunda pregunta. ¿Ok? Ahora sí, en el orden que sea. Alcen la mano, por favor, y hazme una segunda pregunta que debes haber preparado. Les dije que más o menos deberíamos tener 5 preguntas cada uno. Ana, Daniel, Renato, please raise your hand and tell me a second question. Renato.
Okay, teacher. Normally, how does your family prefer to transport in the city?
Good, good, Renato. Well, Renato, my mother loves buses. I don't understand, but she loves buses. She doesn't like taxis. And yes, I know, Marcela. Don't worry, don't worry. So yeah, my mother loves to travel by bus. My girlfriend, well, my girlfriend likes to drive. She drives her car too. Mhm. And my father is okay walking, or taking a bus. Mhm. He likes both. Good, Renato. Now, Anna.
Do you like to go bus stop or taxi?
All right, okay. In that case, I prefer taxis than buses. I don't like to wait for buses. Hamlet.
Teacher, what transport do you use to go to work?
Oh, to go to work, I drive. I drive. But when I go to work, Hamlet, because now the majority of my hours teaching are in my house. So I don't go to an office. I work in my house. Mhm. Thank you. Daniel.
But teacher, what type of transportation does your family prefer?
Does your family prefer? Okay, does my family prefer? Well, my family, as I was saying, my mother likes to take a bus, and my father is okay taking whatever means of transport. My girlfriend likes to drive, like me. She has her car and she drives. Thank you, Daniel. Marcela? Marcela Francesca.
Yeah,
a
yes,
problem?
teacher, I'm here.
Okay, tell me.
No, solo que le está diciendo que tenía problemas de conexión.
Comprendo, comprendo. Sí, 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 te entiendo. Por eso sí, no había seguido el hilo de lo que estábamos haciendo. No te preocupes. Sé que es por un problema de conectividad. No te preocupes. Ok, amigos, lo han hecho muy bien y lo han hecho conmigo. Ahora tenemos 10 minutitos en los cuales quiero que trabajes en grupo y hagas lo mismo. Olvídate de las preguntas en la primera parte, en la segunda parte, en la tercera parte de las conversaciones que hemos tenido hoy día. Imagínate que estás en hoja cero, en blanco, y hoy día tienes una conversación con alguien de otro país y quieres mantener una conversación por minutos sobre el tema de medios de transporte. Practica las preguntas que has creado, respóndanse en grupos, ¿ok? Ask and answer questions, ask and answer questions about transport for 10 minutes, pero sin repetir las preguntas que hemos visto anteriormente. Haz tus preguntas. Imagínate que es tu situación, es una situación real. Trata de mantener una conversación por 10 minutos. Ok, let me see. Ok, let's start. Vamos a empezar. 10 minutos todos. Renato, you are with Hamlet and Marcela Francesca. Fares, you are with Anna and Rosario. Daniel, you are with Francesca. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You can do it. Everybody, 10 minutes. Ask and answer the questions. Go.
lugares son cercas. ¿Me escucha, Daniel?
Yo estaba haciendo el
Yes,
principal.
we're done. We're done. Yes, Francesca. The activity finished. Yes. Thank you for participating. All right. Okay. Now your daily score. Really, Marcelo, you cannot see it. Remember that today we have participation week 5 session 2. Marcela, you cannot see it. Are you sure? Ana, what about you, Renato, Rosario? Can you see your daily score? Yes, Daniel.
Sí, teacher. Como le comenté, no pude entrar a la anterior clase. Sí
Okay,
me
okay,
considero.
no, sí, por supuesto. Don't worry. Don't worry about that, Daniel. Okay. Okay, Daniel. Marcela, Francesca, can you see your score? Francesca, what about you? Perez, Rosario? Perez, can you see your scores?
Profesor,
Yes, tell me.
ya terminé lo del S, ¿se acuerda que le escribí por internet? Lo de la plataforma, del Discovery.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had a little emergency. Okay, díganme, ¿qué me preguntabas?
Sí, disculpe, profesor, que lo interrumpa. Ya terminé lo del Discovery, ¿se acuerda?
Ok, perfecto. Entonces voy a pasar a revisar lo del Discoveries, que
Gracias,
quienes
profesor.
faltaban eran Eduardo, Fares le faltaba una unidad y Ana les faltaba las 2. Ok, ahora lo voy a volver a
Profesor, una
revisar.
pregunta. ¿Sabe qué es el placement test?
El placement test.
Placement test.
Ok. El placement test es un examen que hay en la universidad para poder ingresar a un nivel diferente del inglesero al inicio de tus estudios. Por ejemplo, en el caso de, no sé, de Rosario. Rosario dice, bueno, yo siento que tengo un nivel, digamos, más o menos comunicativo de inglés y me gustaría no empezar desde inglés cero, porque se ven cosas, entre comillas, básicas. Quisiera ir un poco más arriba en, en el programa. Es ahí donde los alumnos pueden ingresar a tomar al examen de placement. Ese examen de placement es el examen de ubicación. Tú lo tomas y te mandan a inglés 1 o a inglés 2 o a inglés 3 o bueno, o en su defecto a inglés 0 también. Pasa que algunos lo toman y igual se quedan en inglés 0. Ese es el examen de placement y normalmente se toma al final de un semestre. Por ejemplo, a finales de julio, no, a finales de junio, que acaba su próximo semestre, va a haber una convocatoria para los que quieran dar el placement. Tengo entendido, Fares, Renato, tengo entendido de que para dar el placement no tienes que estar inscrito en el curso del semestre. O sea, si piensas dar el próximo semestre un placement, no deberías estar estudiando en dicho ciclo. Sí, Renato.
¿Eso es la PDN?
Disculpa.
¿Es la PDN?
PDN. No, no sé qué es eso. No,
Ahí.
nunca he escuchado. Nosotros sabemos de que ustedes tienen una posibilidad de hacer el placement, que es el examen de ubicación, que se llame PDN, no estoy seguro. No, no, nunca he escuchado esa nomenclatura.
Profesor, y una pregunta. Por ejemplo, si lo das y por algún hipotético caso te mandan al inglés cero, ¿te devuelven o cómo?
No, no.
Si estás en
No.
el inglés uno y te mandan al inglés cero, ¿te devuelven o?
Ah, ok, sí ha pasado, sí ha pasado que algún alumno está en inglés 2 o en inglés 3 y quiere dar un placement y sí ha pasado que el alumno en el placement le sale inglés 1 porque dejó un año y algo y quiso ver, ¿no? Entonces, no se te obliga, se te invita, pero no se te obliga a
¿Y no,
retroceder.
y no, y no te devuelven, profesor?
¿Cómo que te devuelven?
O sea, a un nivel más bajo. Si tú estás, por ejemplo,
No,
de
como
inglés.
te digo, imagínate que Pepito esté en inglés 2, dejó
Ay,
un año y después de un año quiere volver, pero dice, yo creo que mi nivel ha mejorado un poquito porque salió de viaje o algo,
ujú.
y toma el placement. Y es verdad, a veces lo suben, pero también es verdad de que estaba en inglés 2, pasaba al 3 y el placement le sale inglés 1. En ese caso, se ha pasado. No te obligan, te invitan. Te
Ok.
dicen, bueno, por si acaso, ten en cuenta que tu placement te ha salido inglés 1. Sí, pero me toca inglés 3. Sí, es verdad. Si gustas, continúa. Pero ya es tu responsabilidad.
Ay, ya, profesor, qué miedo. Ya.
Exacto. Ese es el primer nivel de inglés de la universidad. Por eso
Entonces,
es el único que
profesor,
está permitido hablar español.
¿lo podríamos dar, lo podríamos dar en este nivel o es
No,
mejor esperar al primero?
como te digo, por lo que tengo entendido, tienes que comunicarte con la universidad. Por lo que
Mm.
tengo entendido, hay una regla, la cual es, si quieres dar el placement, no puedes estar estudiando ese semestre. Eso era lo que siempre se ha manejado así. Hasta el año pasado siempre nos han mencionado eso.
O sea, profesor,
O sea,
no
es
tengo que estar inscrito ahí, al inglés.
exacto,
Ah,
exacto. Si tú quieres dar el placement eh, a fines de este ciclo, bueno, ya sería imposible porque estás estudiando acá, ¿me entiendes? Ahora, si lo quieres dar el próximo semestre a fines de junio, deberías no estar estudiando. O sea, el placement de por sí no está hecho para alguien que está en el programa. El placement es para alguien que venga al programa por primera vez o después de tiempo. Por eso no se le permite a un alumno que está tomando el curso en este semestre tomar el placement porque entre comillas desautorizaría lo que se está haciendo del ciclo.
ok, profesor, muchas gracias. Ya, profesor,
Ok.
a partir del primero ya, profe, ya lo hago.
Siempre es
Oh,
bueno saber y claro, si
sí, no,
alguno desea tomarlo, claro, definitivamente
pero lo tendrás que
podría
tomar
hacerlo, pero
recién el próximo, ¿verdad, profesor? Este no.
sí, y tendrías que no estar estudiando.
Ah, no, tampoco puesta carrera tampoco.
No,
Ah,
inglés,
ya,
inglés,
ya,
no estar estudiando en el
ya.
centro de idiomas, no tomaste curso de carrera,
Ah,
¿no?
ya,
Eso no
profesor, ya,
tiene
ya.
nada que ver.
Ok, profesor, gracias.
Sí, ok, bueno. Ok, my friends. Bueno, ya estamos ya casi en las últimas 2 semanas, así que vamos a estar hablando poco a poco también de esos temitas que se les vienen para el próximo semestre. Vamos a hablar un ratito acerca de eso. Acuérdate que el inglés 0 es el inglés preparatorio, ¿no? Para el resto de lo que viene. El único que se permite hablar español, así que vamos a aprovechar eso en las próximas sesiones que van a ser ya pues la última recta del curso. Nos quedan 2 semanitas nada más. Ok, amigos, que tengan un lindo día y nos vemos el día viernes. Ok, goodbye Ana, Daniel, Renato.
Goodbye,
José.
teacher.
Bye,
Bye.
teacher.
Bye bye. Francesca. Bye, Hamlet.
Thank you.
Bye, Marcela, Francesca. Bye bye. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, teacher.
Bye bye, guys. Bye bye. Thank you for coming.